There's a moment in every person's life when they look in the mirror and barely recognize the reflection staring back. Not because they've changed on the outside, but because something inside has quietly broken. This is the story of that moment. This is the story of Ryan. And if you've ever felt like your own mind was your biggest enemy, if you've ever watched your dreams slip through your fingers while you stood there, frozen, unable to move, then this story is for you. Stay with me. What you're about to hear might just save the future you've been too afraid to fight for. Picture a boy, 17 years old, sitting at a wooden desk in a small bedroom with faded blue walls. The lamp flickers. Outside, the world is asleep. But Ryan's eyes are wide open, staring at the textbook in front of him. The words blur together. His mind is somewhere else, anywhere else. He picks up his phone. Just one quick look, he tells himself, just 5 minutes. But 5 minutes becomes 50. And before he knows it, the sun is rising and he hasn't studied a single page. This wasn't the first time. It wouldn't be the last. Ryan wasn't ordinary. Everyone said so. His teachers called him brilliant. His parents told relatives he was destined for greatness. He had the kind of mind that could grasp complex ideas in seconds, the kind of potential that made people whisper, "That boy is going places." He wanted to be a doctor, not for the money, not for the status, but because every time he saw someone in pain, something in his chest tightened and he thought, "I want to be the one who takes that pain away." It was a beautiful dream, a noble dream. But dreams, no matter how beautiful, need more than just wishful thinking. They need discipline. And that was the one thing Ryan didn't have. Every morning, he'd wake up with a fire in his heart. Today will be different, he'd promise himself. Today, I'll focus. But the moment he sat down to study, his mind would betray him. A notification would buzz. A memory would surface. A random thought would pull him away. And just like that, hours would vanish into nothing. His parents didn't understand. They'd knock on his door, peek in, see him at his desk, and assume he was working hard. They didn't see the open tabs, the paused videos, the daydreams swallowing him whole. Even Ryan didn't fully understand. He'd tell himself, "I'm smart. I'll figure it out when it matters." But deep down, a tiny voice whispered, "What if smart isn't enough?" Then came the day everything fell apart, the scholarship exam. It was supposed to be his golden ticket, a full ride to medical school. His parents had prayed for it. His teachers believed in it. And Ryan, he walked into that exam room with confidence. After all, he was smart, wasn't he? But when he sat down and looked at the questions, something strange happened. His mind went blank, not because he didn't know the answers, but because he'd never trained himself to focus under pressure. He'd spent so many nights scrolling, skipping, delaying, that when it finally mattered, his brain simply gave up. He left that room with a sinking feeling in his stomach, a feeling he tried to ignore. 3 weeks later, the results were posted. Ryan stood in the school hallway surrounded by classmates. Some were cheering, others were crying tears of joy. He scanned the list. Once, twice, 3 times. His name wasn't there. His heart dropped. His hands went cold. Around him, friends who'd studied every single night were celebrating. Friends he'd once called too serious or boring. And there he was, the brilliant one, the one with so much potential, standing there with nothing. That evening, Ryan sat alone in his room. The door was locked. The lights were off. He didn't cry. He just sat there, staring at the wall, feeling a kind of emptiness he'd never felt before. It wasn't just disappointment, it was shame. Deep, crushing shame, because he knew. He knew it wasn't the exam that failed him. It was him, his lack of control, his lack of discipline, all that potential everyone kept talking about. It meant nothing, absolutely nothing. Without discipline, intelligence is just wasted energy. For the first time in his life, Ryan made a real decision, not a half-hearted promise, not a maybe tomorrow kind of wish, a real, bone-deep decision. He was going to change, but he didn't know how. That's when he heard about Coach Miller, an old gym teacher who'd retired from the school years ago but still lived nearby. People said he had a strange way of teaching, that he didn't just train bodies, he trained minds. Ryan didn't care if it sounded strange. He was desperate. The next morning, Ryan walked to Coach Miller's house. It was a small cottage at the edge of town, surrounded by trees and the smell of fresh grass. An old man with silver hair and kind eyes opened the door. He didn't ask questions. He just looked at Ryan and said, "Come in, son. You look like someone who's been fighting himself." Those words hit Ryan like a punch, because that's exactly what he'd been doing, fighting himself and losing every single day. They sat on the back porch. Coach Miller poured 2 glasses of lemonade. Ryan told him everything: the dreams, the distractions, the failure, the shame. Coach listened without interrupting. When Ryan finished, the old man nodded slowly and said, "You're not broken, Ryan. You're just untrained. There's a difference." He stood up in motion for Ryan to follow. They walked to a small clearing behind the house. Coach reached into an old shed and pulled out a wooden bow and a single arrow. He set up a target board about 30 feet away. Then he handed the bow to Ryan. "Show me how you aim," Coach said. Ryan knocked the arrow, pulled back the string, and let it fly. It missed the target completely, landing in the dirt. Coach didn't laugh. He didn't even look disappointed. He just asked, "What were you looking at when you released?" Ryan thought about it. "Oh, the target and the trees, and I was thinking about not messing up." Coach nodded. "That's your problem. You're looking at everything. You're thinking about everything. A true archer sees only one thing, the center. Nothing else exists." He took the bow from Ryan's hands. "Your mind is like this arrow. Right now it's flying in every direction. Social media, videos, what-ifs. Your mind is exhausted because it's trying to be everywhere at once. If you want to hit your target, Ryan, you need to train your mind to see only what matters. One thing at a time, one moment at a time." Ryan felt something shift inside him. It was such a simple idea, but no one had ever explained it like that before. Coach Miller sat down on the grass and gestured for Ryan to join him. "Listen carefully. I'm going to give you 4 principles, 4 rules, not because I want to control you, but because I want to free you." Ryan leaned in. "First, command your thoughts. Every time your mind wanders, don't punish yourself. Just notice it and gently bring it back, like calling a dog that ran off. Be kind, but be firm. Second, build a rhythm. Your brain craves routine. Give it one. Study at the same time every day. Rest at the same time. Eat at the same time. Your mind will start to trust the structure, and trust creates focus." He paused, letting the words sink in. "Third, remove temptation. I'm serious, Ryan. Your phone, your computer, anything that pulls you away, put it in another room. You can't fight distractions if they're sitting right next to you. Make the right choice the easy choice. And fourth, practice patience. This won't happen overnight. You'll fail some days, you'll slip. But every single day you try, you're rewiring your brain. Small wins add up to massive change." Ryan sat there, absorbing every word. For the first time in months, he felt hope. Not the shallow kind, the deep kind. The kind that comes from knowing exactly what to do next. He went home that day and started immediately. He created a schedule. He put his phone in a drawer during study hours. Every time his mind drifted, he whispered to himself, "Come back, focus, this is my time." It was hard, so hard. Some nights he wanted to quit, but he remembered Coach's words. Small wins add up. Weeks passed, then months. Ryan's focus sharpened like a blade. He could sit for 2 hours without moving. His grades soared, but more than that, he started to feel different. Calmer, stronger, in control. When the next major exam came around, he walked in with quiet confidence. Not arrogance, confidence. And when the results came out, his name was at the top, first place. A year later, Ryan stood on a stage holding a scholarship certificate. The crowd applauded. His parents cried. But Ryan wasn't thinking about the applause. He was thinking about Coach Miller, about the bow and arrow, about the lesson that changed everything. Your mind is not your enemy. It's a wild horse. And if you learn to train it, it will carry you anywhere you want to go. If this story stirred something in your soul, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to walk this journey with us. Comment below and tell me what's one small step you'll take today to reclaim your focus. Thank you for being here. Until next time, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward.